So, caramel. Caramel is one of those ingredients that go good in mostly any dessert. A lot of the store-bought caramel that you guys buy actually carries a lot of preservatives. Although it is sugar, it already stores for about anywhere from 2 weeks to a month to maybe even more. Caramel, in my opinion, goes perfect with any sort of ice cream, except mint. I don't like mint ice cream. I don't know why. It's just something I don't like. So this is how you make homemade caramel at home. You're going to start out by getting 1.5 cups of sugar into a pot with no sort of heat. You want the pot to be cold. Next, you're gonna go in there with 1/3 cup of water. This is totally optional, but what this is gonna allow you to do is make sure the sugar melts evenly. Go ahead and turn that on to low heat. You're not gonna do nothing at this point. You're just gonna let this melt on its own. So now that you got that on low heat, you're gonna let this come to a slight simmer. It might take a couple of minutes, but just wait on it. Even if you have little spots like that still haven't melted, don't worry about it. Don't do nothing because you don't wanna mess up the sugar. This will eventually melt, so just leave that as is. Once your sugar has melted and has a nice brown color like this, you're gonna immediately kill the heat and you're gonna go in there with 1 cup of heavy cream and immediately start mixing all that up together. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but make sure you get a big enough pot because once the heavy cream goes in there, it will boil up. Once you've thoroughly mixed in your heavy cream, you're gonna go in there with 5 tablespoons of unsalted room temperature butter. Now go ahead and just mix in your butter until it has all melted properly. Now just go ahead and go in there with a slight bit of some kosher salt. You don't need a lot, just to make sure that the flavor gets spiked up a little bit. So go ahead and just mix that in. Now just bring that to a slight simmer just like that and kill the heat. And now that you're done making your caramel, I like to grab a mason jar and I just pour my caramel in there. And I do want to apologize once again because for some reason I always tend to block the angles. So there you go, pouring your caramel into your jar. And you're gonna let this cool off for about an hour or two. Do not close that lid. Once it has completely cooled off, you can go ahead and now close that lid up, and now you have made your perfect caramel. And there you have it, you guys. This is how you make caramel at home. A lot healthier than the one in the store. Well, I don't want to say healthy because, it is sugar, but a lot better than the ones you buy in the store because it doesn't carry any preservatives. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.